afternoon, everyone. This is Meg at Chasing Retro. I'm coming to you today to share with you that I am going to be participating in this year's ephemera, which is a collaboration and a challenge that's hosted by two YouTube channels. I'm sure many of you have heard of them or already subscribed. 49 Dragonflies and Louise Heinzel. And I went ahead and printed off the prompt list for the month on a large piece of paper, but I'm about to show you a little freebie that they have let those participants have to create a sort of a little pocket envelope to keep a smaller version of this in so that we can just keep it with all of our projects for the month. My partner is going to be Johnna, the Preppy Crafty Girl. I'm going to list everyone that I'm talking about right now down below in my description box. But Johnna and I have already exchanged our collection of 50 scraps from our stash. You might have seen that video a little bit back. And then I sent her some, she sent me some. And then she surprised me with an ephemera holder. I feel awful because I did not have the time to make one at all. If I did, she said she made one for herself and she made another one for me. And I wish I had had time to do the same, but thank you, Johnna, for this. It is such a beautiful creation. I haven't gotten a chance to look at it super carefully, but it looks like the base of it is a photo album of some sort. Some sort of maybe not, maybe it's just an antique book. But then she's got this beautiful image on top that looks like maybe it was from a Christmas card or a Christmas book of some sort. And she's cut the fireplace out and attached a cellophane piece and then put some shaper items inside. There's some, what are those, sea beads and sequins in these little candies. And I just love the black cat. It reminds me of my cat Mittens. And this is Effie. This is the mascot of ephemera this year. It stands for ephemera. So this is the creation of Louise and 49 Dragonflies channels. So this fabric right here is epic, by the way. I'm digging it. It's polyester. I love it. I'm telling you, she just went all out. She's got pom-pom trim here, and it's sort of sandwiched between those two. And then we've got some beautiful snowman and reindeer, or Rudolph, rather, fabric. That's the word I'm looking for. This adorable image here on the front of a little girl with probably a hand knit sweater on. So to explain why ours looks a little bit different than this style, this is a little more of the two hostesses style. It's a little more grungy. There's going to be a lot of browns and, earth tones and stuff. Nothing wrong with browns and earth tones, but Johnna and I both share an affinity for all things retro, and we love color. And we love things that just harken the days of the 1950s, 60s, 70s, that kind of thing. Y'all probably know this by now, hence the name of my channel. But we decided to go with a little bit less grungy. So this is just a holder that she has made for me with pockets all through. And so as I create these items, I can put them in here as a keepsake of all the things I made for this month. And then I'll be able to open this and pull things out to decorate future journals with. So, oh my goodness, that's stamped. I love that. I'm just now noticing some of the details. This arrived, I believe, the day before Thanksgiving, and it was like we had to quickly put everything away because we had, I think, 30 people at our house at Thanksgiving. We barely had enough room for the people, so all of my fun hobby stuff had to be hidden away. So I'm just now getting a chance to look at this, but it is so pretty. Oh, wow. That is so pretty. And the signatures, the outside is the green file folders. I love that. Look at this little paper angel. It's like a little 60s magazine craft. I love it. The more tacky trim, the better. I'm telling you. Listen, let me show you this. I got this at a thrift store back in July. It's one of those kits from, what is the name of the, I don't think I showed this to y'all in a haul. It's by Lee Words, or is it Lee Wards? Because it is 2 words. But it's a ornament kit, and the snowflake bases are missing. So I thought about using these Dollar Tree plastic ornaments as a base. But I counted, and I think I have everything else except for there's some large star sequins in here. But I think I might could find something similar to that at Recraft. They're also missing, it's also missing green sequins, but you can get those anywhere. So yeah, but I'm telling you, this kind of stuff is what I dig at Christmas time. It reminds me of childhood Christmases. So that's how I roll. Now let me point something out. This is done in December, but the ephemera does not have to be Christmas themed. And you'll see in a minute when I show you her tray. You do not have to have a Christmas themed ephemera unless you just need Christmas ephemera. If you need Christmas ephemera, make sure you know you and your swap partner agree to swap things that can be used for Christmas ephemera. It's not too late to join in. You can still find a crafty swap partner. You may just have to, rush ship the items to participate, but because it starts on December 1st, which is today. And so this will be basically, I thought this was an actual prompt, so I've been brainstorming all day on what I was going to make. And I do see that some people have made ephemera with this theme, like a door that opens, and that's really cool. But today I really just wanted to show you my plans for this challenge and the freebie. I'm about to show that to you. The beautiful book that Johnna made me and the stack of papers that I get to work with. So I'll set this aside for now. And this large piece aside for now. If you go to the websites that are linked from the hostesses channels, they've got some free PDFs for you to download and print. One, well, there's 3 because you print one on one side and one on the other. And then there's, oh, this is in German. Here's the English ephemera prompt list. And then they had directions in a video of both of theirs this week on how to put this little thing together. I think I'm going to do it just to play along. It doesn't really match the theme of my book, but I thought it would be a fun little thing to create today, just to say that I created something. That looks kind of like Nessie. I'm just saying. I just noticed that. Okay. This is the tray that I will be keeping Johnna's scraps in. This beautiful Avon tray from 1982 that I found this summer at a thrift shop. You gotta love geraniums with that caning background. I don't know if y'all can see the pattern. So this is the actual bag of scraps that we're technically supposed to stick to. And I'm gonna try. But here's my emergency. This is more stuff from Johnna that I'm going to consider my emergency stash if I just keep needing other things. And you don't have to limit yourself to these things. I think it'd be less of a challenge if you didn't limit yourself. But I'm going to try my hardest to stick with these and then occasionally pull from this if I need to. Some of these things are not. I'm going to put these in my applique and my ruffle box and stuff like that. But I just set them on top. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this apart and put it together. Oh, let's see. I have white thread in my machine. That's not ideal. I may need to switch to a different color. Maybe black, maybe a metallic. I don't know. But let me go ahead and start cutting this out and get my glasses because the sun is going down. I'm actually filming this on Thursday. Late afternoon, but this will post on Friday morning. The hosts of this challenge are in Europe, so they are obviously 5 to 6 hours ahead. So there will be videos coming in from other countries as well. So if you search the hashtag or click the hashtag ephemera, you will be able to see everybody's, or most everybody's, depending on how the algorithms work. That was one of the things that Louise was pretty frustrated about, is Instagram's recent change to the algorithms, which means that when you use the hashtag in a search, it no longer gives the option of seeing the most recent post with that hashtag at the top. I had not noticed that. Honestly, I'm not on Instagram a whole lot unless I need to post something. Occasionally I'll come on and flip through and see what you guys are up to, but I don't stay on it all the time, and I don't read the news about things that they're adding and taking away. So, but I can understand how that would be frustrating, because it keeps you from getting to see, you know, real live feed of the content that is created for this. And it also prevents the hostesses from being able to go visit everyone's Instagram and or YouTube page, because they are obviously not able to see everyone's post. But there are some things that we just can't control, so I would be honored if they somehow stumbled upon my channel and just so I could say thank you for hosting such a fun little event to get us through December with some crafting. I do have other things I need to work on this month. Let's see, hold on a minute. All my stuff is still out of place. I'll be right back. I have to find my bone folder. Okay, found it. I still have other things I need to create. Working on a custom order, working on my own personal recipe binder that I need to finish up. And I'm also starting on, let me make sure, I think this folds evenly to this one. I'm also starting on, I hope I did this right. I did not. I have to trim it now. That's what happens when I talk and craft. I'm starting on some of my other themed journals that I have been sourcing for over the last little bit. So yeah, I feel like mine's a mirror image of theirs. I must have printed it differently, or I'm going crazy. One of the two. That's fine. It doesn't matter which way the envelope opens. But yeah, I've got to work on my next set of themed journals, probably with a little, I almost said My Little Pony, with a little golden book base. So if you're not familiar with the ones that I've been talking about sourcing for, that the folders are getting really close to being full and ready for creating, are teddy bear, baby, give me a second. It's not quite time for spring yet. Oh, just generic childhood. I've just got so many adorable retro childhood books and ephemera. You know, if someone's wanting more of an eclectic journal to write in with a retro childhood, or not really retro, but just nostalgic childhood, peaceful, quaint, childlike qualities about it. That will be on my list of journals to create very soon. Let me open this drawer, because I can just tell you right now by looking, since my memory is not working right now. I do need to make some more sewing journals. Those are always fun, and people love them, and I do too. It's one of my favorites. I would like to make a house and home and hearth journal. I think that would be fun for winter because it's cozy. So kind of like the retro kitchen recipes, but it would be like a whole house theme, and it it would also feature handicrafts and, you know, sewing and crocheting and quilting and even things like organizing and cleaning, like all the things that just make a house a home and make a house homey. That would be a really fun journal to make. What else is down here? Let's see. I think I said baby already. I would love to make a 1920s Art Deco journal, like a Great Gatsby kind of feeling journal. However, I don't feel like I have enough for that yet. So that will continue to need to be built up before I do that. Also, I want to do that one justice. I don't want to just half-heartedly do that one because I feel like I want to get the history right. So, because I'm a stickler for history, correct history. Retro beauty, fashion, hair, stuff like that. And kind of hand in hand, sort of a retro spend the night pajama themed journal. I think that'd be fun. It would need to be a small journal, obviously, because you don't want to write all year in a pajama themed journal. That's a little weird, but I think that would be fun. You can make it pink and aqua and black. I think it'd be so fun. Put all the fun and weird and quirky things in it that ladies did to be beautiful. Nighttime regimens before going to sleep. Things like my mom, when she was in college, she and her friends rolled their hair on empty orange juice cans because they were a lot cheaper than the jumbo curlers you could buy at the store. I don't think they slept on these. I think they would roll their hair in it and then maybe use a hair dryer. I'm not really sure the effect, other than maybe it was a way of straightening, because it literally was the style was long and straight. And maybe that's what it did. It just kind of took the kinks and the frizz out of your hair. I don't know. Those of you who went to high school and college in the early 70s, let me know what is achieved by rolling your hair on empty orange juice cans. I'd love to know. Or I could just text my mom and ask her, because I know she's told me, but sometimes I forget. Yeah, I feel like with my new schedule, I feel like time is moving at warp speed. I'm sure many of you know what that's like. Even more so than just when I was, you know, raising kids and homeschooling them. I feel like that went by fast enough. This is even faster. And so I feel like I'm having to be very intentional with how I spend my time in the day that I'm not working, to get everything in, and also to make sure that I have fun. You know, when I can, I like to. And I've said this before, my time off is more enjoyable now because I think I'm cherishing it more, because it's actually time off and I'm able to strictly separate work and play. And I think that makes you do both better. So I'm learning a lot about myself, as you can tell. Mid-40s is a great time to learn more about yourself. And there's still plenty of time to make big changes that you need to make. But yeah, I do hope all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, if you're in America. Sorry I'm having to piece this video together. It's just little interruptions here and there, but that's fine. It's actually, I have a quiet house right now, except for the pets. And as y'all know, pets never allow you to do anything for very long before they need something. So we just taught one of our kitties to go through the kitty door. And that sounds really funny, I know. That's what they're made for, right? Cats are supposed to know how to go through a cat door. This cat did not. She's been outside most of her life, and she looked at that thing like it was going to trap her, and she would start going through it and then get freaked out and back out of it. And so we finally held it open for her, and she tentatively went through it, And then the next time she got stuck in that room, it's the room where the cat food is, so the dog won't get it. She looked like she wanted to come out, so we just called her and said, "You can do it!" And called her and like clapped for her, and she jumped through it, but she acted like it was going to grab her as she jumped through, so she shot through it like a million miles an hour, and we laughed so hard. And ever since then, she does it. She runs through it. She will not walk through the cat door. She literally explodes through the cat door. It's the funniest thing. It's like we're teaching our cat how to be a cat. She already pretty much knows how to be a human because we've spoiled her, so now we have to teach her how to be a cat. Oh, goodness. But, let's see what else has been happening. Well, December's here. I mean, how did that happen? I feel like it was just Labor Day. Christmas is at our house. Our house is decorated. I went light on the decorations compared to the past, but it's still very festive in here, and it makes me happy. I've been listening to Christmas music since I started making Christmas journals, so it's been about a month in our house already. Y'all let me know when you start listening to Christmas music. I feel like the radio stations around me are not starting as early this year, and even some of them that normally are all Christmas by this time are not. So I'm not sure if people were complaining too much or what the deal is, but like I turned to one of my go-to Christmas stations today and they were playing 80s pop. Now I love 80s pop, but I kind of wanted to hear Christmas music today. But luckily I love to make playlists on Spotify. So I've created about 8 different Christmas playlists to listen to depending on what type of mood I'm in. And between that and the vinyl records that I've been collecting since 2001, that's when I started collecting vinyl records for Christmas, we don't get tired of the same songs. I mean, it's just always... I feel like my variety for Christmas is bigger than some of the other genres of music. Because you don't want to get tired of it, you know. I don't think I'm going to cut out all these little things. I hope that's okay. We kind of are allowed to make this our own, I think. I need to order some more ink. This is not Vintage Photo. This is Gathered Twigs or something like that, which I like, but I think I like Vintage Photo a little better, and I feel like this one dried out faster. I don't know, it might be my imagination, but I do need to order some more because, oh, and I also need to change this because it's starting to leave little black specks everywhere when I use it. I know some people use those makeup brushes. I tried that. I just couldn't get into it for some reason, so back to the dauber. All right, I'm going to just use a little bit of glue because, like I said, I really want to sew. I just need something to hold it down for a little bit. Okay, let's see how this works because I really do feel like mine's backwards. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the way they filmed it. Maybe I folded it the wrong way. Did I do that? That's what I did, y'all. I folded it the wrong way. Now, how did I forget this? Probably because it was folded inside. So now everything has to be inked from the opposite side. There we go. Now, I like that better because this side fits the way the book looks better than the mushrooms. All right, so we'll put her here, or do we want to put her on the back? No, I don't know. I don't really want to cover that up. But if I put it here, I'm going to need to trim it. That's fine, though. So if you would like to participate, and you technically don't have to have a partner, it's just more fun if you swap, because when you use somebody else's scraps, I guess it helps you be more creative because it's not what you normally work with. But if you absolutely want to join and make some ephemera, I'm going to be like this all month, ephemera pieces to put in your journals over the next year, then do so. Just join in. I might want to sew this. You know what? I think I am going to use white because I really don't feel like changing, and it would be enough contrast against this dark. I'm not going to sew this, but I am going to sew this. I'll be right back. Okay. I just sewed here and here because I'll be sewing all the way around to catch the other part of it in a minute after I glue this down. This is why I don't craft much in the late afternoon, because I'm seriously struggling to see, even though I have most of the lights on in the room. I think that's a getting old thing, because I don't think I used to be this way. But yeah, even with glasses on, I feel like my eyes are half shut at night, which is not good because I have a couple of embroidery projects that I'm working on, and the only time I've had to work on them is in the evenings. So, you know, lots of mistakes happen when you try to do that and you can't see well. I do have an OT light. You can't see it. It's to my left. It's not plugged in right now because, like I said, everything just got brought back in my space. But I may have to plug that in, and like if I'm sewing, doing the embroidery on the couch at night while we watch TV, I'm probably just gonna have to bring that over there like a granny and put it on the arm of the couch and do it that way. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna sew all the way around. I'm gonna probably sew on this side, and then we'll finish this. All right, I've sewed all the way around. It is now an envelope with pockets. Now I need to figure out how to attach the closure. I think they put it like that and then left it so that you can put it underneath, but I think a lot of times they would embellish it with something else. So what do I have out? That's the key. What do I have out? Let's see if I have any textured material. Alrighty, I found this little thing. So what if I cut around that? Oh, I'm not too good at cutting circles even when I have a template. And then we can need to be able to put it back far enough so I can actually close it. I know one of them did this and then did a magnet. That's really cool. Ooh, I might have some Velcro dots if I can remember where they are. Y'all, real life. I just spent the last 20 minutes finishing up this little portfolio only to realize I forgot to hit record again after I came back from the sewing machine. This has not happened to me in a very long time. And so I'm not too mad about it. I know it happens to us all the time, but I just have to laugh. So let me catch you up real quick on what I did to finish this portfolio. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so when I left y'all, I was about to go sew this, and I did. I just kind of sewed a little, you know, fancy loop-de-loop. And then I glued this down on the top of this. And then I found this. I think I showed this to y'all maybe from an estate sale. And I cut two little tiny squares. And so now I have a ephemera envelope that opens and closes and stays shut. It's a little poofy, but that's fine. That's what the way Velcro is. And then inside, I glued down and then sewed down this little half pocket that they provided in the printable and put the mini prompt list in here. And then I did this little pocket. Can you tell there's a pocket right here? It's kind of blending in. And then I put these little tickets. Actually, I think I'll fold them. I don't know. Are they more visible this way? I think they are. Little tickets here, and then this fun little thing. I don't know what it is, but it's cute. And then put this little label, and so I will find a fancy pen. I don't have one near me, and write prompt list. And then I will find a place for it in here. Probably a very wide, elastic banded, flexible pocket, like a fabric pocket that I can put here, or maybe put it this way. And I'll have this within reach whenever I need to look at the prompt. Now, thank you again, Johnna, for this. Seriously, do not even deserve something so sweet. Thank you. The prompt list, if you would like to join in, please do. I don't know if I mentioned before, you don't have to have a partner. You can do this on your own. You can use your own scraps, or you could very quickly and hurriedly find a partner over the weekend and exchange. But the prompt list calls for, on the weekend days, they kind of give you a weekend off to have the time to create the prompts for the following week, Monday through Thursday. And or if you are one of the lucky ones who have the ability to make and film every day, and you want to challenge yourself even more, you can write down your own artistic prompts in those spaces. I think that'll be really fun to see if anybody does that and see what they come up with. Supposedly these were picked by their viewers. They went through hundreds and hundreds of suggestions and picked these. Some of these are quite unique and interesting. My husband was like, oh my goodness, I want to play, because he was looking at some of the weirder ones like mushroom robots, which I'm not really excited about. I love mushrooms, but not so much robots. But he may give me some tips and pointers on how to make that one work. But I thought if I have extra time, I don't know, in a perfect world, I would maybe add a few more that I know I would use in some of my retro themed journals. And I'm curious to see what Johnna's going to do too. We'll see. But it'll be fun to go see other people's channels and watch other people's ways of deciphering and creating with these prompts. And seriously, go check out some new people. I also hope to highlight some of the most interesting videos or channels that I found when I'm going through and watching some of the ones with this hashtag, to help little channels that don't have maybe a lot of viewers get some more viewers, because there are so many creative people out there, and this is a great way to get seen and make new friends. So I'm excited for everyone else to be included in this and to make some new friends. So next week, look for what I create over the weekend with this fun stuff, and I'll be storing them in this beautiful book that Johnna made for me. So I hope all of you have a wonderful, relaxing weekend. I hope you all stay warm, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.